Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Sonar Awareness, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today, guys. I hope everybody's doing well. I know it's the holiday season coming up, and just be careful, guys, for those of you that have to deal with narcissists around this time of the year. Just really be careful and protect your energy, guys. But today I want to go back into the realm of family court. I want to go back into that realm and discuss about court orders. This video is pretty much about court orders, but I'll talk about different dynamics of the family court system as well. So let's get into it, y'all. So first of all, I want to really talk about why the narcissists break these court orders, whether it's a domestic violence order or pretty much the most common court orders that you guys have are child custody orders. Pretty much what I gotta say is that the narcissists, they really want you to follow the order. That's why they work so hard in family court to like manipulate the judge. It's just sheer manipulation. They are really working hard to get an emotional response from the judge. They are really skilled at getting an emotional response. If you've been to court against one before, you'll see how they just work in the courtroom by playing the victim. And they just seem to know when the judge is getting tired or she's losing interest. They just really are watching the judge's reaction, and they know how to pick it up and deliver, they even talk out of turn to just get a response and make it seem like they're emotional. But what they're just doing is just lying, but they're just acting emotional to get the judge to rule in their favors. And it's just so sick and twisted. The judge doesn't know that they're lying, but we know. And it's just very, very hard to just sit there and watch that show going on. So they want you to follow the order because they are trying to punish you. That's why they're doing the things that they're doing in family court. That's why they work so hard. So they think it's about, and it's a sense of entitlement, arrogance, the ego. Their ego is so big that they felt like they want to still punish you. So they, in their minds, they're not realizing that the order is made both ways. Both of you are supposed to drop, meet at the location to exchange a child. Both of you are supposed to, communicate through the parenting app. Both of you are supposed to, do this. And if the judge gets frustrated with you, she might say, Mom must not withhold communication. The kid can talk to, the father any time of the day he wants to, as long as it's no unreasonable hours, something like that. So the narcissist might sit there and call the kid outside of reasonable hours, just being a sense of entitlement. They might call the kid when they're asleep, like 9:30, 10 o'clock on a school night, and might get mad with you and ask you why you can't pick up the phone because, whatever. They just break the court orders. They do break the court orders. They do violate the court orders, and they really don't care because they're so caught up in a lot of drugs. A lot of them, a lot of us know that a lot of them do a lot of drugs, and they end up messing up sometimes themselves. And they also are just so this big sense of entitlement to do what they want to do. So they end up letting their ego and their pride get in the way, and they end up messing up a lot in the court orders. Not some of them don't mess up to a big extreme where you could just totally win primary custody, but a lot of them do little stupid stuff, and they'll, just ignore you. It'll be really annoying, and frustrating, if anything. So pretty much, don't let them trick you into breaking the court order with all of this. This is what I mainly wanted to say. Don't let them trick you into breaking the court orders. I mean, they really are good at doing this. They're really good at controlling you through the court order, gaslighting you. Actually, they'll tell you something that the court order says that it doesn't say, and a lot of you are under a lot of stress anyways. You are parents. You're busy dealing with your kids, putting them on a school bus, feeding them. You have professional careers, and you're just busy. So you may miss one thing or something that the court order is saying, but I suggest putting a court order in your car. Keep it everywhere. Keep one in your car just in case something crazy happens on a visitation or a drop off and the narcissist is lying to the cops or something, keep one in your car, keep one at work in case, something crazy happens and you're at work and you're like, I don't think the order says that, and you're trying to scratch your head and figure out, and you have the order at home. And keep it at home, at work, and at your desk and in your car, because they can really put you under some highly stressful situations. It can be, a CPS worker knocking at your door, or a police officer, you're trying to figure out what the heck is going on. I know the order doesn't say this, or whatever, and come to find out the narcissist is probably high on drugs, and they probably saying that, she's supposed to let my child come with me or something, and a lot of times it's a lie. They made it all up and they twisted things around, and the cops really don't want to read these orders. They really don't want to read them. So you just got to make it easy. Just show them a little section of what it says, clearly stated, so the narcissist can back off, but they try to trick you into breaking the orders. It's just a lot of stress, and some of you are just so stressed out that you just are not thinking, in some ways, you're not really thinking what they're trying to do to you. They want you to switch parenting times. They may say something serious happened in their family. Maybe one of their family members passed away or something. If the court order doesn't cover family deaths, because these court orders are, they have a lot of loopholes and gray areas. They cover just basic things concerning you, the narcissist, and the child that y'all have together. They cover just very basic things, and most of them, I'm pretty sure most of them are maybe 4 to 5 pages long. Just talk about the situation and tell you guys what to do with the co-parenting. But for them to cover just about every situation, every event, it would have to be like thousands of pages long, and they're not going to spend time doing all that. So with the little gray areas and all that stuff, and a narcissist saying, you have to let this kid come here to a funeral, or it's something, or they want you to feel sorry for them, don't break the court order ever, because once you start doing that in a narcissist's mind, they found a way to get to you, and they're going to be confident in using your emotional ways, how sensitive and kind you are. They take your kindness for weakness, basically. So they're going to keep on doing it. So don't ever break the court order, even through some difficult things. And you might say, well, my kid, I feel sorry for this. Don't feel sorry. Don't work outside the court orders, because, you're working with your enemy, So you have to really protect yourself, and you can't really protect yourself if you're just being too kind. This is your enemy. I always say narcissists are your enemies. They're not your friends. You're going against your enemy. So once you open up that door and you start playing in devil's playground, you're going to have more issues coming up with the court order. And you don't want that. You just want to do your part, and they do their part and just leave you alone, right? But yeah, they'll try to gaslight you with these court orders. They'll try to say something is in there that it's not, because they figure you too busy to look at the court order anyway. And a lot of you are really stressed out, going through major depression, a lot of issues. And I definitely understand, but don't break these court orders. Keep them everywhere. And even the gray areas, you don't have to do it. If it's not covered in the court order, you don't have to do it. Narcissists might tell you you're wrong for not putting, I don't know. I'll give you an example. Maybe your Pampers, like when the kid is with you, maybe the narcissist is fussing at you because they want you to give Pampers to them and milk to them and clothes to them, so they don't have to buy anything. And that they have to have their own things, and you have your own things at your home, and they have their own things, so you don't have to do that. And then if that's not in the court order, then you don't do it, because they don't bring those things back. You might give them a full canister of milk if you have a little baby, and then when the child comes back, they forgot it. They don't have it. And then you're sitting around trying to figure out how you're going to get, more food for your child. They are really irresponsible. And just keep the court orders everywhere, guys, and review it, because they will lie and they'll try to stress you out, and they want you to break it, because they think it's about you, punishing you. So they want you to follow everything. They know what you don't like in the court order. The court order might say, again, that your child gets to talk to the narcissist anytime your child asks, and your child may have some type of issues at home. Maybe when they don't like something that you're telling, they're upset with you, all of a sudden they want to talk to the narcissist parent. So you're going to be like thinking to yourself, you're on punishment. Why do you feel like you want to use the phone right now? Like, this is, you know what I'm saying? But the court order clearly says that the child can talk to the narcissist anytime they want. So, you know, it's just stuff like that. A lot of you are dealing with kids that have behavior issues, and they may favor the narcissist parent, and that's very also hurtful. I'm not going to say that it's not, because you have to really be careful in your home when you have a kid that does favor the narcissist. Even if your kid doesn't really favor the narcissist, you have to be careful in your home, because the narcissists are going to sit here and tell lies in the court, like, oh, maybe you don't help your kid with their homework because they're having behavioral issues, or, you know, academic issues in school. And let me tell you about these issues. A lot of these kids are stressed. They are stressed out of their minds, going back and forth between two households. They don't really understand, but they know, you know, just something's not going on, but their little minds just can't figure it out. So they are stressed. And in school, they just don't have the motivation. A lot of them, you know, not all of them, you know, some of them don't have the motivation to do their work or to, you know, be productive like other kids, because all of this stress, you know, they know one of their parents, one of their parents are very toxic individuals, and you know, narcissists are very bad parents. They do abuse their kids, and some of you are, I've seen some awful things on Facebook, way worse than my case. I'm telling you, I've read stuff about narcissists, molesting kids, raping kids, and the courts are still trying to throw it out. And I'm just, my mind is just blown. And I'm like, you have evidence. The kid is telling you something happened, but y'all believe that the other parent coached the kid or something, and y'all just throwing stuff out and all types of stuff. I mean, everybody's case is just so different, but I believe that could happen. I honestly believe stuff can get thrown out because you got some sorry, lazy caseworkers that are narcissists. You got some narcissistic family court judges. Narcissists are everywhere, guys. We are in here just dealing with this. It's like, it's just really crazy out here, guys. We are really against them. I mean, they're everywhere. They're everywhere, you know? So, you know, I've just been hearing some awful things, and it just lets you know that you're not alone. Whatever it is that you're going through in particular, you're not alone. But yeah, just with these court orders, guys, just try to make sure you're following it, because you don't want the courts or the judge to be fussing at you about that. You just don't want to be belittled, or for them to try to put you on the same on the same page as the narcissist, try to make you seem like y'all are both in the wrong, or for them to, you know, belittle both of you guys. And they love doing this in court because they don't have to pick a side. I noticed that a lot lately. They don't have to pick a side, so they love when you make a mistake or something like that, and then they don't really rule. And, you know, they'll just write things. They're not really going to rule in your favor. They're going to just write things down. And in some cases, just because of the way this evidence works, circumstantial evidence and substantial evidence, the narcissists really are good at building cases based around substantial evidence, which you really don't have to have much proof. It's just it more so falls into the he say, she say category. And the narcissists really try to shock you, try to blow you away with a big lie in court. They are good at making up big lies. So you'll be so shocked that you won't even know what to say, and the judge will take it like it's true just because you're stunned, because they're good at creating that shock value, shocking you. They may say your new boyfriend hit your child in court, and you're just like shut down, because you know what they're doing, you know they're lying, but you just don't want to go completely off. And in your mind, you may be screaming like, this is not true, but on the outside you're just like holding all this stuff in, because some of you are very you're not outgoing, you're very quiet, laid back individuals, so you don't know how to react because you don't want to overreact, and then you don't really know what to do. So all of this stuff is going on in your head, and the judge is just looking at it like it's true, so they might write it down in order just because you're so shocked and stunned. Or you might just go completely off and just lose it, and they might think it's true, you know? So it's a lot going on with these court orders, guys, but I just say just follow them, because they're going to start to go and build like a case on you. Even if you just left court yesterday. I mean, yesterday was, I think yesterday was the 19th, November 19th. I think they're already building another case against you because they want to win. They want to really, what the narcissist doesn't really want to co-parent with you or any of that. They want to, and if they're paying child support, that gives them extra motivation to try to destroy you. They are bitter, evil, and hateful, and they really want to take you down. So you really have to watch yourself with these court orders and just following them to a T, making sure the people around you are, up to par, making sure you're not, they don't have anything going on with them that may be used against you in court. I mean, you got to live your life like you got to live your life. You got to live a healthy lifestyle, but you also have to really watch your back because you got an enemy out there that's trying to tear you down, trying to steal your kid away from you, And, I believe narcissists really want to just steal your kid away from you, and they don't want you to see them anymore so they can turn them against you, and just all of that pain. And they won't even take care of your kids, They horrible parents, but just the fact that they have to do all of this, picking your kids up and, all of that stuff, they're involved now. So they're just motivated with hate. They're hypnotized by the hate that's in them to destroy you. So you just have to live your life very careful. I know some people made some mistakes. You probably messed up, but you got another chance to start over again. And, just be careful, just really be careful out there. Knowing that a lot of what I'm seeing now in family court, it just seems like they are very rarely taking anybody rights away. Male or female, it's just the court system is just still forcing this co-parenting. This is what they call co-parenting, but it's not co-parenting to me because, I think that definition of it is two parents really work together and share half of the kids, share half of the responsibilities, and they work together and they it's like a unity. But this is not what they're doing. They're actually working against you. They're hating you, and the kids are just traumatized. They're going through so much. I feel so sorry for our babies. They're going through so much. They're gonna have issues. We're gonna have to really do a lot to get them on the right track as they get older. They're going through a lot of emotional issues, and some of them do have mental issues. I'm talking about our children, guys, because of all of this drama and everything, all of what the narcissist is doing, this toxic individual is doing to your children, and the courts, they're following by this guideline of the constitutional law, which I read a little bit of it. I read the part, from my understanding, I'll have to put it up here on the screen, but it's a section, and it says that a parent can pretty much get their rights taken away if but the way they worded it, so, they kind of worded much more, professional than what I'm saying. But pretty much, basically, a parent can get their rights taken away or, revoked by the courts if they were accused and proven to have raped your kid or another kid in the household. It's so dated, I'm like, any kid, they shouldn't have no rights if they raped any kid. But they said, if they proved you, so you got to prove that they have raped your kid with proof. So I'm pretty sure there has to be a rape kit done, and it's just proven, or another kid or a sibling of that kid or something like that. In that section. And then it also says if they were proven to murder the biological parent, or I don't know if it was the way it's worded. It's just so crazy. But they were proven to murder the biological parent, and it wasn't self-defense, then they can get their rights taken away. What else? They talk about a few other things, but that leaves a lot of gray areas. Or if you proven them, to be mentally, something about being mentally unstable, but you have to prove it to the courts. And that's where we, fall into what the narcissists are doing, because they're mentally unstable, right? Like I said, I'll put it on the screen so you can see the word from word, what I'm reading, what I'm referring to. But I would consider them to be mentally unstable. But how can you prove it? I think they said proving it with the, they mean with strong evidence and proof, and the courts acknowledge it. So why are they not acknowledging the fact that these individuals, why they keep on throwing out that they're lying? I showed you they keep on lying to the courts. They keep on lying to the courts. When somebody lies under oath, and they call it perjury, why make this such a light-handed thing? Look at what they're doing. They're being very deceptive it shows that, they can't be trusted. So why listen to them again on another trial and another trial and another trial? Why keep on listening to them and just throwing stuff out and still forcing you to co-parent together? You have to look at the underlying issues. They are a pathological liar. What comes along with that? You have to go dig deeper than that. What are they trying to accomplish? Why did they lie? It'll lead you into some other areas. I'm not saying they're mentally unstable, because some people that may not have any mental problems lie. But look at what else they're doing. They're pretty much unstable in their lives. A lot of them, keep on moving around a lot. Drug issues. So all of these things going on, I think that it could, it needs to be looked into as possible mental issues. You got all these things going on. The court system knows this, and you're going in and out of court throughout the years, but everything's getting thrown out, or, you still just adding something new to the custody order. And why can't we prove that they have mental issues? Even what I read on Facebook from a couple of, parents that said that they actually went through with the psychological exam through the courts, which was thousands of dollars to my understanding. And they still said they don't understand how that's stopping the other parent from co-parenting. And I'm like, well, how ridiculous can you be? What don't you mean? They just did a psychological test. They were proven to be, have some type of, I forget how they call it on the test, but I think some people said they were labeled with bipolar, some of the narcissists, or, personality disorders, and the way they write it down, the way they do the whole, results of everything that they did, they review it and try to explain it. And the courts are still like, well, they don't understand how that stops them from being a parent. Why should that stop them? So they won't allow you to prove that the person has mental issues, it seems like. So why is that? Let's talk about that. Why won't they allow us to prove this? Why would they keep on throwing things out? What is really going on here? What's really going on? Is this system just so narcissistic that they don't really care about your children? They just want to hurry up and get these cases done? Is it just about money? A big about just about the dollar? Is that what it just is about? Keeping these cases in so they can keep on coming to court because they know you're going to keep on coming. Is it just about money? Is that what it's about? Instead of the best interest of our kids, they say it's about the best interest of the child. But how is it that is written down, but y'all are not supporting the best interest of the child? How is it the best interest of the child to keep on visiting and having overnight visits and being co-parenting, as they call it, with someone who's shown you that they're not capable of co-parenting over and over again? They're showing you what they're willing to do. They're unstable. They're criminals. A lot of them. I'm not saying all of them, because I know some of y'all dealing with maybe covert narcissists. Some of them may or may not have a record, but I'm just saying, for the ones that have records, you're co-parenting with a criminal. I mean, come on. Family court is just, they're making it's like they're doing what they want to do, and they're getting away with it. So I just think that the system needs to be reconstructed. Yes, it does. I mean, there are so many gray areas and loopholes, and they are just really just doing what they want to do, and it's just not right. We needed that system to be reconstructed, because our kids are, devastated. They're hurting. They're going through so much. It's so sad, In my case, it's I consider it to be bad, but I know it's other cases that are, going through way much worse than what I'm doing right now. So, you guys, just I just say this, just keep on doing what you're doing as parents, guys. Keep on showing your kids the good in you, and if you're in a really high conflict custody case, guys, just record your parenting time, because the narcissist is going to say, oh, you don't help your kid with their homework. That's why they're failing in school. But the kid is, pretty much acting out in school because of the narcissist, because of the stress, they just can't tolerate it. So they just go to school and they just don't feel like doing anything, but the narcissist is going to tell the courts that you don't help them with their homework. Like they're going to describe it like you don't care for your kid, or you don't like your children. And the lies are just going to hurt you to your soul, because some of you not used to being lied on, or, and it's just so devastating. It's so devastating. The pain is just, it's undescribable, and that's why a lot of people don't believe what you're going through, because they just think, oh, well, wouldn't they take the rights away? No, they're not really doing that nowadays. I've seen one case, like I said, Tina Swithin from One Mom's Battle. She actually was going back and forth between her ex for years, and she spent so much in attorney fees, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And what finally got her custody was he ended up signing rights away because of the child support. So yeah, narcissists really hate being on child support. That's what a lot of this fighting is about. Them being on child support, having to pay you child support. So he was so behind in the child support, and he just signed his rights over. He didn't even show up to court. When narcissists, some of them get like that. They just don't show up to the trials, and that's what'll make a judge mad, when they don't show up, because they feel like they should be there. They're giving them a chance to get their child. Pretty much as long as they show up, they're going to give them rights. You know what I'm saying? Just as long as they come. I don't care. They just got out of prison. They're still trying to give them parental time. And it's so sad for kids, because they don't need to be around criminals, people that are just that unstable, but they're still going to give them parent time. So when you don't show up, they really just, that's one of the things that I've seen. Or if you sign your rights over, that's one thing for you all to think about. It's just don't know how to get the narcissist out off your back. Maybe see if you can work out some type of deal or something, taking them off the child support. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that that's going to make your whole life better. But if it's so bad and so unhealthy for your children are suffering, maybe there's another way, maybe there's another way out of this madness, guys. That's all what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to, be open-minded, because it's so exhausting and tiring, and some of you are at the point you don't even want the child support. They can have it. You just want them to leave you the hell alone. Excuse my language, but it's just ridiculous. All of this he say, she say, all of this abuse allegations. And keep an open mind too about these lawsuits, guys. They are really narcissists. They really deserve some, we all deserve justice, guys. They really deserve to be punished, and they're not going to get punished too much by family court. Hardly ever thrown in jail, even with perjury, lying, withholding your kids. A lot of times they won't take them to jail. That's like really a really last resort. So a lot of you just want some, you're just dying for revenge, some type of justice or something, So just look into, suing. I think they got defamation of character. Some of you lost your jobs, or, just a lot of things, slander, just look into that side of the legal system, or, the narcissists are child support, because some of them are not paying, so just look into it. Keep an open minded, because family court is really letting us down in a lot of ways. They are really letting us down. They are really we just need that system to be constructed bad. So just think about all of these things, guys. Narcissists are really good at manipulating the courts. Again, they really know when to lie in trials. They really know, they are quick liars, impulsive liars. So that's what makes their story so believable. Also, before you can finish a sentence, they are blurting out a lie to a judge. They're just, trained professional con artists, liars, and manipulators, guys. So, you're going up against a professional con artist. That's what you have to keep in your mind. You're not a professional con artist. I'm not one. So it's very, very difficult, even with spending thousands and thousands of dollars on attorneys. Some people are in debt. They don't even know how they're going to eat tonight, because they've spent all of their money through attorney fees and stuff. So just think about it. Just keep an open-minded mind when it comes to all of this stuff, guys. Don't give up. Stay strong. And just look into every aspect of legal system. Learn what you're doing. Learn how to do pro se, if that's something that you need to do. I made a video about that. You're gonna have to speak up, and you're gonna have to really, really, really get it together if you're gonna do pro se, because the narcissist is gonna lie and manipulate the judge. But they're going to act emotional, and they're gonna shock you with something. They're gonna lie on somebody even if they can't lie on you, or they're going to try to make you sound horrible, and it's just going to frustrate you. They're trying to get a response, and they are skilled in getting a reaction from your court. They want you to go off and cuss them out in the courtroom, and they're just going to hurt you. The pain, guys, the pain that you'll be dealing with is just, oh man, it's just to the core of your soul. A lot of you are going to become different people, after all of this stuff, stronger. But just keep hope alive, guys, and stay motivated. But yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe, guys, and like this video and comment below. Tell me what you think, guys, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.